Bearcats All Access, sponsored by Ultifiber.
Biggest, most important stretch of the Cincinnati Bearcats season starts today. This is Bearcats All Access. I'm your host, Marshall Kramsky, and we got a great show for you today. Coming off the bye week, Cincinnati jumps from the AP Top 25 poll from number 25 to 22 in the country. Now they get ready for Arizona. It starts a 3-game stretch where the Cincinnati Bearcats control their own destiny. Go 3-0. You're playing in the Big 12 championship game, which has been the Bearcats' goal all along. We talk about it. We have a Bearcats spotlight with Micah Coleman. The defense is going to be huge down this stretch, and Micah opens up and gives us an inside look of him off the field. But on the field is what matters this week. I sit down with head coach Scott Satterfield to talk about the bye week, Arizona, and the stretch ahead. That's coming up on Coach's Corner, sponsored by Ultifiber. Bearcats All Access starts right now. They talk about winning the bye week, Coach. How was your bye week? How did you win the bye week?
Yeah, I think for us, we had a great bye week. It was a time to reset. I mean, it was 6 straight games of intense football, traveling, going to some faraway places, and to come back. We needed to have a good reset. We needed a refresh. I think physically and mentally. We also got some good work, especially with our young players, allowed them to scrimmage a little bit. I think it was an enjoyable bye week, as much as you can enjoy a bye week, particularly this point in the season when we have 3 games left. When
you're focusing on preparation coming out of the bye week, you have more time to focus on Arizona, but also, you briefly mentioned there, getting yourselves better. How do you balance getting the team better just overall versus focusing on playing Arizona?
You cut down practice time. We're not on the field as long. We only practice for 3 days. One of the days was really an hour practice. And so what we really focus in on is individually, how can you get better? So working on technique, fundamentally, where you putting your hands, running your feet, all those type things that you can work on, throwing and catching. But you're not taxing the guys. You're not over here a long time. So I think they're able to get in, get some treatment, get some rehab work, and then get out. And then at the same time, our coaches are working on Arizona. So you're coming up with the game plan. They still had to play Kansas. So you're all doing a little bit of that behind the scenes. But I think more than anything, it's fundamental work and really refresh.
How do you work on tackling in the middle of a season?
We have tackling drills that we set up during our individual time, and we're going to rotate in these stations. And so a lot of it is just technique. We use different dummies, different bags, bringing their feet, tackling, wrapping up, rolling. We'll put some pads on the turf, so you're not just falling on the turf, because obviously you just can't just go tackle. So you can beat your guys up. So just fundamentally, just a lot of aspects, breaking down the actual tackle itself and just going through that, emphasizing running your feet to the ball carrier and then getting a lot of hats to the ball.
What do you need to fix defensively when you're going up against a veteran quarterback like Arizona has?
You have to cut down on the mental errors for sure. You have to tackle well. You got to bring your feet. I mean, Fafita's a quarterback that's played a lot of football games, thrown a lot of touchdown passes. He's a playmaker. Whenever he's rolling, they're rolling. But at the same time, you also have to contain the run. I mean, that's some really good running backs. I mean, I feel like that's how they won the Kansas game last week. At the end of the game, just handing the ball off, and guys are gashing them. So it's a high-quality offense that has some really good football players.
What else stands out about Arizona as you prepare for them for this big stretch?
First of all, defensively, hired a new defensive coordinator this year, and he's had an outstanding year. They're, I think, top 5 in most every defensive passing category. They're outstanding. They've created a ton of turnovers. I think they're top 10 in the country in getting turnovers. So that stands out to me. I mean, they bring pressure. They're mixing up coverages. Guys are playing at a high level on that side of the ball. Fafita gets a lot of accolades and notoriety, and he deserves that. I think the difference in their team this year, though, is the defensive side of the ball and how much they put pressure on the teams they've been playing.
Up next on Bearcats All Access, former Bearcat basketball great Terry Nelson sits down with UC men's head coach Wes Miller. The two talk about the 2025-2026 season and a look at what's to come throughout the year. Head coach Wes Miller opens up about the culture moving forward and so much more on this great sit-down interview.
I'm here with head coach of the Cincinnati Bearcats, Coach Wes Miller. Coach, you got 267 wins, a national title as a player, and a program on the rise. But now I know you still wake up thinking about some of those wins that got away from you last year.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that I'm proud of that we've accomplished for the last handful of years, moving into the Big 12, the best basketball league in America. But there's certainly a notion that we've just come up a little bit short getting into the NCAA tournament. And when you think about what's kept us from doing that, it's a matter of possessions. It's a handful of possessions over the course of conference play. It's about getting into the gym this time of year and doing the things every single day to try to win a couple more possessions and take a big step forward as a program.
You built this team in your image. Tough, resilient, unflashy. If this was a movie genre, what genre would they be in?
I don't mean to throw the question back at you, but I hope it's not a Hollywood script. And I hope it's about real stuff, genuine stuff. You mentioned when you asked the question that it's a connected group. It's a group that has purpose well beyond just having individual success, that understands what it represents, that plays with a level of passion, that plays with a level of aggression, that plays with a level of pace. You know, we want to represent Bearcat basketball the way that Bearcat basketball is supposed to represent it, and that's not a Hollywood thing. We have to create a group here that has an understanding of that over the course of the season, and we've been trying to take the necessary steps. But I love what you said, that this is not about flash. You know, we tried to have less cameras around this year. We tried to make this less about the flashy stuff and make it more about the substance, and I want our team to reflect that type of mentality with the way we play.
Year 5, you've broken scoring records, three-point shooting records. You've established a defensive identity and toughness. What's the next evolution of the Bearcats going in this season?
Yeah, I think we talked about it earlier. It's getting to a point where we're over the hump in the Big 12. We have to get to the top half of that league. I think we need to be back to being a perennial NCAA tournament program in America, but it starts in our conference. We're in the best league in the country. If you compete in the top half of that league, you're in the NCAA tournament. And we have to earn our way to that part of our league. And that's easy to say here in an interview. We got to do the work every day to do it. And then that helps us take the next step. Because this program's even better than that. But that's the step that we have to take this year to put ourselves in position to take the next step.
This segment is sponsored by Furniture Fair.
Bearcats hoop season is underway, and there's a newcomer who you can't miss. All of 7'2" Mustafa Cham. Last season, he played for UCF. He averaged over 10 points and 6 rebounds a game, but most impressively, averaged and led the Big 12 with 2.6 blocks per game. That's crazy. This year, Cham defending the paint in Clifton.
Hi, I'm Muhammad Mustafa Cham. I'm a Bearcat. I mean, I chose it because it's time for me to take the next step and then just go out there and hoop. My first impression is probably the weather, because when I got here, it was like changing a lot. It's like raining, sometimes it's hot, and then I was like, wow. I would bring whatever the Bearcat needs me to bring to win, you know what I'm saying? I would bring energy, you know, everything. They're probably looking forward to see me making plays, whether it's dunk, block, or like pass or whatever, you know, the team needs me to do. They'll see me do that. This time is so important because you get to know your teammates, you know, everybody coming in, you know, locking together and just practice every day, you know, get to know each other. So it's like a really important time, this moment. So the team gonna be like locked in and then, you know, everybody on the same page. The one thing that they should know about me is probably that I speak 5 languages. Yeah. I've been just in my dorms chilling, or sometimes go play soccer, or sometimes go play beach volleyball. My family, that's what motivates me the most.
There's a bunch of new faces on the Cincinnati Bearcats men's basketball team. One of them, Keyshawn Tillery, the New York native, previously played for the New Hampton School, the same program that head coach Wes Miller once played for. Here's Keyshawn Tillery in this edition of Meet the Newcomers.
My name is Keyshawn Tillery, and I'm a Bearcat. Coach West, Coach Morgan, all the coaches just connected with me, and it felt like home when I was on my visit. I bring to the Bearcats leadership and my playmaking skills. This time of year is so important to the success of the team just because you get to build relationships with people that you don't know. just like getting a good bond, and you get better in the summer. My first impression of Cincinnati is the food. It's just a variety of everything, especially on like Uber Eats. My family motivates me the most, I'd say. My mom, for sure. If you're a fan and you're watching me play, definitely my speed. I feel like I'm pretty fast, so just like my movements, some of the passes I make. I could jump a little bit. I could do a little bit of dunks, a couple of dunks up my sleeve. When I'm not playing basketball, I'm definitely playing video games like 2K, Warzone. One thing Cincinnati fans should know about me is I like anime. Like, everyone should watch it. I recommend it to everyone.
In this final 3-game stretch of the regular season for the Cincinnati Bearcats football team, the defense is going to be huge. And part of that defense is defensive lineman Micah Coleman, who has a really interesting path on how he got to the University of Cincinnati, both on and off the football field. I sit down with Micah Coleman this week on Bearcats Spotlight, sponsored by Furniture Fair. Been a journey for you to get here to Cincinnati this year, injuries and everything. What have you learned over the last couple of years about yourself?
My injury was kind of like the first big impact of like something I've really been through. So how I came back from that injury, you know, it being a pretty severe injury, I kind of just let me know a lot about myself as far as my work ethic, like as far as like I got what it takes, you know, to keep going.
Who helped guide you through that time as you were on your journey to get back on the field?
Really, it was myself. Yeah, it was just myself every day, talking to myself and God, really. Of course, my family. I talk to my dad about it almost every day.
You talk to your pops every day?
Yeah, every other day, me and my pops talk.
What do you guys talk about? What's your relationship like?
Everything, how my day was. I call him, just ask how he was doing, because my dad drives a truck, so he's always on the road, so I'm always talking to him, asking him how his day's going, where he's at, what's the weather like, you know, and then he's asking me how my day was.
Growing up, when did you fall in love with football?
2nd grade, my mom put me in flag football, and I was a running back. So yeah, I was like the biggest, kind of the fastest kid out there at that time. And then I took a break from football. I took a break in the elementary to middle school. I took a break, and then I got back into the game in high school.
What brought you back to the game?
I was just, starting to do a lot of the wrong things, going off the wrong track. And the big move from where I was staying, living with my mom, until I moved with my aunt, that was a big reason why I moved, so I could get back focused on football.
So you're going down the wrong track, right? And there's a lot of things you could do to try to get on the right track. Focus on school. Go be a Boy Scout, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why football?
Football was where I knew I was something good. I was something I was really good at, and something that I like doing.
What position did you play in high school?
So I wanted to be a receiver, because I'm a tall, skinny kid. I'm thinking, I'm gonna go catch the ball. And then, so I was receiver / tight end. And then like my senior year of football, my coach was like, hey, we need you on the D-line. And I'm raw out there, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going up the field.
From wide receiver to defensive line, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
When he first pitched that to you, like, at that point, did you want to play college football?
Everybody on my team was hunting to go Division I, so like that was my mindset too. Like, oh, I'm gonna go D1. So yeah, I had a small season to show what I could do. Then I ended up getting Ball State. I had Ball State and Eastern Michigan.
What's it going to take for this defense to get the Bearcats over the hump and find their way, finish perfect, and get to the Big 12 championship?
For us, it's execution. Towards the end of the season, defenses or teams slip up around this time of the year. So what we need to do is just go back, refocus. That's what the bye week was for. Just regain focus, learn, go back to the fundamentals. So then we just finish this 3-game stretch out strong.
He makes dazzling plays on the field. Cyrus Allen is a name not getting enough love. He joins the show coming up on Bearcats All Access. Bearcats wide receiver Cyrus Allen has been a difference maker for the Bearcats on the field this season. On last week's episode of the Let's Rain podcast, Dan Horde sits down with Cyrus Allen to learn more about what makes him the star he is on the field and more off the field. That's what's coming up now on Bearcats All Access.
Well, first day I got kicked out.
just, my agent called and said, hey, Cubs just selected you. I was like, yeah, I just saw it. So we used to have to look on the internet.
Yeah. We never seen a fingernail out. I didn't know if it was nails in it or not.
It got me chills with that. Wow. What?
Did you even think you were going to make the team?
No.
Jersey doesn't really fit me. There's no name on my jersey.
Hi again, everybody. I'm Dan Horde. Welcome to the Let's Rain podcast presented by Cincy Light, Cincinnati's light beer. Cyrus, you're the team leader in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. Has this decision to come to Cincinnati worked out even better than you dreamed it would?
Yeah, definitely. Like I had it in my heart that I was coming here, but I was kind of like a little nervous about going this far, so I was kind of comfortable at home. But it's like Soulsby and Coach BJ and them, they was like the love that they showed, like, and the stuff they told me that they was gonna do for me, so I couldn't like pass up on the opportunity for real.
Brendan Sorsby played a role in convincing you to come here, including a critical phone call from a Chick-fil-A, from what I understand. Describe that process of your quarterback trying to get you to come to Cincinnati.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was kind of like just flip-flopping a lot. I'm like, I won't come, but like, man, Soulsby almost talked like every day, so like, he was like, you coming here, like, he was demanding me at that point. He was like, you coming here, you ain't going nowhere else, like, I told you, like, and I kind of felt like I've been knowing Soulsby, like, on the visit, I feel like this was my best friend, so I was like, I sat down, I thought about it, I'm like, I'm gonna just come, and they got me up here quick as possible, so.
The first time I asked Brendan about you, he said the following, quote, Cyrus has never been covered. He always comes over to me and makes sure that I know he's always open. Was your quarterback exaggerating, or is it?
Nah, he definitely right about that. I'll be telling him, like, so, like, if you need somebody, I'm here for you. Like, every time. I try to make it my thing to get open, be the quarterback first read for real. So that's kind of something I'm big on, like getting open. So,
what do you like and respect about him?
I like his leadership and the love that he had for the game. Like, when we was working out in the summer, I saw a different edge from Soulsby. Like, I could see it in his eyes. Like, every day he like, come on, we need to do this. Like, he even pushing me. So I'm like, I got to help this guy. So.
I want to go back a couple of weeks. You scored 3 touchdowns in the Oklahoma State game. It's the first time in your college career you've scored 3 in a game. Describe the feeling of running into the end zone late second quarter and holding up 3 fingers on the road to the crowd to indicate I got a hat trick before halftime.
Oh, that was crazy. That feeling, it felt like a movie. It felt like everything was like happening slow for. I didn't even know I had 3 till I'm starting to count. Like, I actually counted the first time. I'm like, that's 1. I had a feeling. And Soulsby said something like pregame. He was like, I don't want to throw the ball to you, like, because it felt like a special moment. And I guess he was right.
The third play of that game, I believe, Brendan throws you a backward pass, and you take off for a gain of about 3 yards. But I think you were getting ready to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Was that the case?
Yeah, I was getting ready to throw the ball to Arroyo. Like, we had put in the little scheme. I was going to throw him a touchdown, but I guess they was ready for it. So that was it.
Did the play work in practice?
Yeah, it definitely worked in practice. A lot, like probably 3 times. So.
What kind of experience do you have throwing a ball?
I have a good experience. I'm pretty. I think I'm kind of good at everything. So I don't feel like it's nothing that I could do. Like, my coach would be like, dang, you can actually throw. I'm like, I know. So it's like that type of feeling for real.
So the play went toward the left sideline. Are you a lefty? Were you going to throw
I was
left,
throwing it to the left.
Twist your body and throw right?
Yeah, I twist my body and throw it right. So.
All right, well. We know that it's out there, and I hope to see it at some point down the road.
Gotcha.
You're from New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
The home of Jamar Chase, Odell Beckham Jr., Reggie Wayne, C.D. Lamb before his family had
Justin Jefferson also.
Justin Jefferson. Yep. So it's this incredible legacy of wide receivers. Is that a thing for you and other guys that are from there?
Yeah, I think the type of energy we bring, like, from Louisiana is kind of different. Like, we take it very serious. Like, the circumstances back home ain't pretty good, so I think we kind of take it more serious than any other like state. So I feel like that's one of the main rules. So
I've been told that Odell Beckham Jr. is your guy.
Yeah, that's my favorite receiver, of all time.
Yeah, why?
The swagger that he brings. The swag, I like his swag. He battled injuries like me, so we have a lot of similar things that goes on, and it just the amount of fun that he have to the game, and the amount of people that love him for real. So.
Is his one-handed catch back in his Giants days the greatest catch in football
of all time? Of all time. They don't say Randy Moss no more. Now people just say Odell now.
Yeah.
So that's good.
No doubt. All right. You are one of 5 transfer wide receivers on the roster this year, and you guys are all doing well. Everybody's having a significant impact. So I'm going to name off the other 4.
Yes, sir.
And I just want you to share some thoughts about them as a receiver and also as a friend and teammate, starting with Jeff Caldwell.
That guy's a freak athlete. There's no other way to put it. I never seen somebody that tall and how special he is and his work ethic and the way that he have that body control at that height is crazy. I've never seen nothing like that before.
And how about as a person?
Yeah, he a good person for sure. He got big words. He very smart. That's one thing I could say. His knowledge is very smart. So,
Caleb Goody.
That's my dog right there. That's my guy. He from Louisiana too. He kind of a little chill. He don't really say too much, but when he do, he smile all day. So he a good person overall. That's my guy. We talk a lot outside of football and stuff, and he pretty fast too.
Yes, he is. Who's faster?
Me. It's on the catapults it say me, so
well, there you go. How much fun are you having?
I'm having a lot of fun. This the most fun. There's no stress. I'm stress free. I come to work ready. Practice go good. The game go good. We winning. I have nothing to say at all.
Best of luck the rest of the season, and thanks so much for your time.
Appreciate you.
That's about all the time we have this week on Bearcats All Access. The Cincinnati Bearcats starting that most important 3-game stretch of the regular season, taking on Arizona later today. Thanks so much for tuning in, and make sure to check out Bearcats All Access every week, 11:30 a.m. on WCPO 9.